All right, let's do 15 minutes of heat. That's sponsored by Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com. We were talking about Jovic at the end of the last segment. Somebody emailed Ira at the Sun Sentinel. And if you want to glean something positive, the emailer says, the experience Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic get from this series will be invaluable. I think it's the only positive that will come from this Celtics matchup. Now, I know that's a silly takeaway after you got your ass handed to you in game one, but I don't think it's the worst take in the world.
Oh, good.
Because I'm telling you, Crowder, to get some good, first of all, you're getting good playoff minutes from Jaquez and Jovic. That goes a long way, man. Listen, I'd rather have Jimmy Butler out there. I'd rather have it so that Jovic doesn't even have to play. I understand what you're about to rebut this with. I'm just telling you, if you're looking for a positive, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world to get them some serious playoff minutes.
And get your ass whooped being down by 34 at one point.
Right, but you're getting those minutes.
That minutes, nothing. You think that Triple J and Nico are going to be big pieces on the championship team? We need them to have this to win in the future. Come on,
I think Jaquez will be for sure, and I don't think that Jovic will be just an afterthought. I think, but Jaquez for sure.
Like, I don't know if these are, and like you say, Triple J can play, and I enjoy him.
Think about Bam. Think about Bam. Like, are they somewhat?
Triple J is nowhere close to Bam.
Aren't they somewhat similar, Solana, in where they were drafted and what they were doing in their first season?
Yeah, actually, you could make the argument Jaime Jaquez Jr. has had a way better rookie season than Bam Adebayo. Don't forget, in Bam's rookie season, he was basically backing up Hassan Whiteside and it was just seen as like a rebound defensive 4 or 5. That's it. Like, he was out there to set screens, rebound for 22 minutes a game, and play good defense. I mean, nobody thought Bam Adebayo could take the steps that he's taken to be a
perennial all-star.
Yeah. Perennial all-star. Hawk, I'm with you, man. And not just because, Crowder, you're going to call me a Heat homer, but you have to look for some sort of positives here. You know what the situation is. You're without Jimmy Butler going up against the Boston Celtics, and you're without Terry Rozier.
What's the knock on OKC? Great season, great team, great season. What's the knock on OKC in the playoffs right now?
No playoff experience.
Young, inexperienced.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting some experience for these young Heaters.
And if they get run off the court by 30 points for 4 games straight, I don't know if that's experience I want them to have.
Anyway, Ira responds with, I'm not sure about the only positive since it is relatively early. And you could even make a case that DeLon Wright made a case on Sunday to bring him back next season. But yes, there not only is nothing like playoff experience, but there also is no better stage for a team to get a read on how such players handle such moments. And that's a good point, too, from Ira, which is, okay, Jaime Jaquez Jr. is getting some playoff experience, but I remember in 2020, like, you learned something about Tyler Hero on a pretty big stage early on, which was, hey, this kid's not a flash in the pan. Like, this kid's a guy you can rely on come crunch time. And I think you kind of felt that with Jaime Jaquez Jr.
I'll go with Ira's sentiment of seeing what you have more than it's a great experience to be in the game. You see that the platform is not bigger than them. You see that they don't get caught up in. I'll ride with Ira on that. I'm with Ira on that one.
Yeah, look at Kendrick Nunn. Started every single game that season. Playoffs came around. It was obvious for Spo. Like, this guy's not somebody who can help you win a title. He was just a solid player as a rookie during the regular season. Like, right now, you're getting a chance to see that, hey, Jaime Jaquez Jr. can put up 16 points in his first playoff game on efficient shooting and hang tough with the best team in the league. I think that's invaluable for a guy like that.
I want to see a game 2 points up or down with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and if Jaime can hit that shot, and if Nico can hit that shot.
You don't want him taking
if it's Jaime Jaquez Jr. taking that shot in the playoffs, something's gone terribly wrong.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm
Yeah,
looking at the
but
big
he
three.
shouldn't. I mean,
I'm
but
looking
he
at
shouldn't
I'm
be
looking
that.
at
But he
Jason.
shouldn't be that option.
I'm looking
Though.
at
That like
Tatum.
there's, I
Tatum,
could go
Brown,
down the
Porzingis.
list. He's not the guy that's taking that shot.
Tatum,
The
Brown,
only way he
Porzingis.
ends up with the ball in that situation, taking that shot, is it bounced off someone's butt because the pass was errant. It
That's what
ended
I
up
mean.
in his hands.
You gotta have stars. We talk about Murray and Jokic. Like,
Well, the
that's
Heat
what we
do
need.
have stars, though. I mean, I know
Sure.
this is too early to have the conversation, but I have a feeling at the end of this series, whenever it may be, whether it's after 4 games or 7 games, I have a feeling that there's going to be a serious conversation about the stars, because the 3 stars. I mean, is there anyone you wouldn't give up Luka for?
No.
No. I don't know if because I don't know what Dallas is going to do, Solana, and I don't know if they'll even come back and win that series. If they do,
But they're
it's
not
a
trading
nonsense.
Luke. Like Luka
I'm
would
just
have
saying, at
to.
some point, don't they have to have that conversation too?
No, they don't.
Does Phoenix
Luka,
have to have the conversation about KD?
No, I don't think Phoenix does.
Really?
Not
If
about
they
KD and
don't make it out of
Booker.
the first round,
I think they would want to have the conversation about Bradley Beal. Like, was that the right person to go bring in to
they should
pair
have
up
asked
with
me.
these two other wings? But
I should have consulted with you.
Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, which is why the Miami Heat didn't want to trade for him in the first place. Like, what if Bradley's like, oh, I don't care. I'm making money. I don't want to go somewhere else. The Mavericks are not going to trade Luka Doncic. Now, can
No, I was
Luka?
just throwing it out there as is someone on the Heat so untouchable that you wouldn't have a conversation? Because that's what happened with Dame, right? Because Dame's on this Heat team if they were willing to let go of Bam. Correct? I think that's
Dame wants to be in Miami to play with Bam.
I got you. I'm just telling you, Dame's on this Heat team if the Heat were willing to get rid of Bam. Portland didn't care what Dame wanted, as evidenced by him playing in Milwaukee. Yeah. So it didn't matter whether he wanted to play with Bam or not. They didn't care. They wanted Bam, and he was untouchable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair to say. Yes. They could have had Dame Lillard this season. He would have been out there with Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, and it could have been a mess, and it could have been great. I don't know. But I wonder at the end of this series, if it plays out the way that it did yesterday, is there a change in attitude about that core 3? Butler, Bam, Hero.
No, I want to go Bam, Butler, Hero. I think Bam is the more important piece of the big 3 right now with Jimmy's age and what's been
he's
going
the guy
on.
that stopped the Dame deal. Like he was the guy that Portland coveted, and it was no deal for that. Now, again, Pat Riley thought it didn't matter. So I wonder if he knew, hey, there's a deal on the table to Milwaukee. We are sending him there regardless, or Bam goes into the deal. I think Pat Riley felt like he held all the cards. I don't know if he would have given him up or not for Dame Lillard. I honestly don't know.
No, he would not. I'll tell you right now, there is no way the Miami Heat at that point, right? Like we're not talking now. We're talking at that point.
Right then. Yeah.
That the Miami Heat
coming off of finals.
Bam Adebayo, who they believe is their number one piece to build around. Like he is the perfect player to build around. Yes. If you could add scoring talent around him, they were not going to trade him. And I would take it a step further, Hawk. Remember when Kevin Durant wanted to leave the Brooklyn Nets? Perhaps Miami can land KD if they're willing to give up Bam Adebayo. But I don't think the Heat, in any talks between them internally, thought, hey, we're willing to put Bam Adebayo on the table. We've had this conversation in the past. Bam Adebayo, in my opinion, is coveted as untouchable by the Miami Heat. But you start talking Luka, you start talking a Giannis, not that those guys will be available, then it's a little different.
Bam, Luka, Bradley Beal, Eastern Conference champions.
Bam,
okay,
Luka,
Bradley
Beal.
LeBron, Steph Curry, Bam, and prime Michael Jordan. Eastern Conference champions.
Pat Riley, head coach.
No, but Hawk, just to go back to something Crowder said, where you say you need stars to win. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. Miami, to get over the mountaintop, I think we're all in agreement. They need a Damian Lillard type player, right? Like we're all in agreement there.
A legit offensive
Yes.
threat. That's what we need.
They need to improve their roster with another star. But you're looking at the Phoenix Suns right now, who went out and got 3 star caliber players. Why can't they get over the hump? Well, because they don't have enough of the other guys around those 3 players. So when you're talking about valuable playoff experience, knowing what you can get out of a young guy like Jaime Jaquez Jr., in my opinion, you're looking at a potential quality role player for the next 10 years that the Miami Heat are viewing in big moments right now, saying he could be that guy. He can't be Luka. He can't be the number 1 on a championship team. I think we're on agreement there. But can he be a quality role player starting or coming off the bench around superstars? You're seeing the potential there.
100%. But I would say this. You give Eric Spoelstra the Phoenix roster,
100%.
they're not down right now.
For sure.
100%.
I'm
so
with you.
that's the difference, where Eric is doing more with less. Where if you give him that, come on, bro. If you give him that, we might have won the damn East if that roster was in Miami.
Might have.
100%. Yep.
Bro, for sure.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Heat, by the way, one more time, 14.5-point underdogs to Boston on Wednesday. They have a couple nights off. So you get Passover tonight, Panthers tomorrow, Heat Wednesday, Panthers Thursday. They're both off Friday, right?
Yes. Both teams are on Friday.
Do they both play Saturday?
I think they both play. Miami plays Saturday at
Saturday,
home.
Sunday.
I think the Florida Panthers play Saturday as well. I'll tell you right now, really quickly.
Yeah, they play Saturday. Panthers play Saturday at 5.
Yeah. Yeah,
the Heat play Saturday as well?
Yeah, the Heat play Saturday also.
Okay. That'll be a home game at the Kaseya. I don't know, but could be 1 o'clock, right? Could be an early game.
I think it's a 7 p.m. game, and
it's
then
a 6 p.m. game.
6 p.m. And game 4, the time has not been released yet for game 4 Monday.
All right, there you go. 15 minutes of Heat.